Rose, Martha, Donna, Amy, Clara, Belle. What companion do I choose? Oh, it's all so difficult. Yes, hello, welcome. My name is Dr. Ben. To those of you who are new, welcome to this Doctor Who channel, everything Doctor Who, and please subscribe if you are new to the channel and give this video a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. And I thank you if you have already subscribed. Now, today, as you can tell from the intro, we're going to be talking about the companions of Doctor Who. First of all, before I get into the full video, I'd like to say, I said in my last video that I was going to put this video up on Sunday, but I missed it because it was Mother's Day, and I didn't realise it was Mother's Day when I said I was going to put it up on Sunday, and I had a family occasion, you know, Mother's Day and all, and some family came round, so I didn't get a chance to record it, or edit it, so yeah, that's why it's coming to you today, but it'll be back as normal next Sunday. So, anyway, the companion. So I think the companions are one of the main things that make up Doctor Who. Like, for example, in 2005, the very first episode when it came back, when Doctor Who came back on our screens, basically what happened was they were facing the Nesting consciousness living plastic, and the Doctor had insurance anti-plastic to kill the living plastic, and he got captured, so it was up to Rose to pour the anti-plastic into the big monster that is the Nesting consciousness, and so basically she saved the day, and that's just one example of a companion saving the day because the Doctor was captured. And then there was another one where, flipping forward to Martha, she was, her companion was a hospital doctor, her character, and she was sort of not captured, like she wasn't captured, but the hospital that she worked in was captured because it was harboring a alien that was like really evil, and the Dradoon are like sort of outer space policemen, and they wanted this criminal that was hiding in the hospital, so they transported the hospital up to the moon, because on Earth they have no jurisdiction, you know, because they're policemen and they want to follow the rules, and so just before the Dradoon killed the monster, a plasmavore, it's kind of like a vampire, but instead she like takes their human form. That's what a sort of plasmavore is. So anyway, she sets the machine before the Dradoon like get her. She sets the machine to explode and kill everyone in the hospital. But like, in order for the Dradoon to capture and know that is the plasmavore, yeah, I keep forgetting all these names. There's so many monsters in Doctor Who, I can't remember all their names. Yeah, in order for the Dradoon to know that it was a plasmavore, the Doctor basically was let the monster assimilate his blood so it would register as alien, so the Dradoon could capture the plasmavore. Yeah, I hope you're following this. I'm speaking really fast so I don't forget things. And but before they did capture it, he set the X-ray machine to explode, so it will kill everyone in the hospital. But like because the doctor did that, gave his blood to the plasmavore, he kind of like fainted, and it was up to Martha to save the doctor again, to give him mouth to mouth, and that's what happened. So that's another example of the companion saving the day, because the doctor would have died. And then there was another episode where Donna, a different companion, it was a Christmas Day episode, and she was saving the day from the Arachnos, like she's a giant spider type creature, and the Arachnos was like planning to destroy the Earth, as aliens do, not being alienists, but still. And because the doctor stopped the what's it called? I keep forgetting the names. At least you're laughing, if I forget names. Oh, what did I just say? Oh, I can't remember. But anyway, this giant spider, to stop the monster, he stayed in the place too long. So the place where he was stopping the monster, he wanted to check and just be there when the monster died. But he flooded the place. So to kill the monster, how do you kill a spider? You flood them. So he stayed there, and it stopped the regeneration. But the reason he was saved was because Donna said, "Let's go, Doctor." But if Donna wasn't there, he would have made sure that the spider was dead. But Donna said, "Let's go," so he was saved. So this is what I'm talking about. Companions would be absolutely nothing without the... Sorry, wrong way round. The Doctor would be absolutely nothing without companions. And Doctor Who would be nothing without companions. Because there's been multiple times where the companions have saved the Doctor. And it is just... And there's been storylines revolving around the companions. I'm not going to go into all the stories of the companions because it's a bit complicated. And I don't really want to... I'm sure everyone's seen it now, but I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it. So, yeah. Basically, what I'm saying is companions make up Doctor Who. One of the main components of Doctor Who is the companions. And I want to talk about the main... Now I want to talk about the main basis of... Sorry, I'm just going to adjust the microphone here, because it's... like... Anyway. I want to talk about the main... Now I've adjusted the microphone, it's fine now. I want to talk about the main basis of the companions. Now, in classic Who, there was this companion called Sarah Jane Smith, played by, I think it was, if I've got this right, Elizabeth Sladen. That's her real name. But forgive me if I'm getting it wrong. Unfortunately, she passed away, God bless her. But she was the main thing. Not the main thing, that's so mean. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired, okay? Right, so, yeah, she was the main companion that made up all the companions to follow. Because she was just so... She was the first companion to really get involved with the story and really sort of, bring that energy to Doctor Who. I feel anyway. And she did such a good job that she got her own spin-off, the Sarah Jane Adventures. It was the same as Doctor Who, but she was the main star. So that was just brilliant. Everyone went wild for that. I went wild for it. I used to watch it all the time. And you know what? I still go back and watch some episodes because I'm 22 now, and I still go back and watch some Sarah Jane episodes because they're just so great. She's just such a good actress, and I think that's all the companions to follow. I think that's where they get their energy. That's where they get their inspiration from. And there's so many of you out there who are fans of Elizabeth Sladen. I'm sorry if I'm getting the wrong name, but it's just, she was the main companion, I think. The main one to make up all the other companions to follow. And now I'm not saying that the only reason the companions are good is because of her. I'm just saying I feel like a lot of the companions now are sort of following in her footsteps. And if you take a look back, I'm not going to lie to you, I haven't actually seen the classic series because I've only watched it from 2005 onwards. So I can't compare really, but I know from the classic series, Sarah Jane was the main companion, I think. I mean, I've seen a few episodes of the classic series, but not all of them. And I feel like, there's been so many storylines revolving around the companions in Doctor Who that you can't deny it. Companions are part of it. And I think the way the writers have some of the storylines have been so great. Like Turn Left, that was a really good episode. Basically, it was the main one to make up the... Yes, I remember the name. Yes, Rachnos. Yes, haha. It was the main one to make up one of the stories in terms of the season, because it was a story within a story. Those episodes where you get a one-off, but it's not a one-off, it's a story within a story. And I think Russell T Davies wrote those, and it is just like, because in one of the Turn Left, so she turned left to go to her, Donna turned left to go to her new job, which made her meet the Doctor. But if she turned right, the world would have been just completely screwed, because if she turned right, she would have never have saved the Doctor from watching the Rachnos die and the Doctor wouldn't have never regenerated, so the Doctor would have died along with the Rachnos. That's why the episode was called Turn Left, because she had to turn left to see the Doctor. And this fortune teller on an alien planet made her sort of put her in a trance and made time. She had her own timeline, like around her. It was a completely sort of a parallel world where she didn't turn left, she turned right, which made the Doctor die. So all these monsters were taking over Earth, and people, and labour camps were coming back because the world was just so screwed up because the Doctor wasn't there to stop them. And that's just, completely... This is what I'm talking about when I say companions make up the series. It's it's one of the main things. And I want you guys to leave comments down there telling me what it was your favourite episode that the companions did to save the world, and who is your favourite companion. Now, for me, because I am so involved in Doctor Who, and I am so invested in the storylines and want to be invested in the storylines, and think the storylines are good when I personally think it's good when it's revolving around the companions. Now, some people don't think that, but I do, because it to be revolving around the companions, it's a good storyline. It can be a good storyline. Like when you've got something to revolve that storyline around, it can be a good storyline. Whereas if it's a one-off episode, some of them are not that great because it's just a one-off and they haven't got anything to lead the episode, if you know what I mean. And for me personally, I like a good storyline. I like watching it and trying myself to figure out what's going to happen next, and just the full-onness of it, of the episode, and the adventure. You get more of a kick out of watching it if there's a good storyline, and I feel like there's more kick to it, if you know what I mean. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's how I think the companions make up Doctor Who, because if you can create a good storyline, then the episode's going to be good, and the companions will have something to go on. And also the actors, it creates a good rep for the actors. Again, I say this all the time, but it's true. If there's no script, there's no chance for the actors. And I just think that, there should be some form of storyline, because I keep going over the same thing, but it'd just be bland if it was a one-off episode. I mean, you can tell for yourself with the recent Doctor Who episodes of Jodie Whittaker, because they've been a one-off storyline, there hasn't been any, there's been alright episodes, but there hasn't been any great episodes. You can tell that now because it's a one-off storyline. And guys, please leave a comment if you agree with me. If you agree on there should be a storyline, then please leave a comment down below, and hopefully I will talk about some of the comments and stuff, and we can have a discussion. And yeah, so I think that this is the thing. When you talk about the companions, you talk about the storylines, don't you? When you talk about it with your friends, you talk about the storylines. And Jodie Whittaker's run as the Doctor, I have no resentment against Jodie Whittaker. I'm just saying that there's no storyline, it's one-off episodes. So, Jodie Whittaker's episodes have not been that great. And I'm going over the same thing. It's because I feel so passionate about a good sci-fi TV series. So, who is my favourite companion? Well, because there's been so many storylines, it's difficult to know who my favourite companion is, because I would judge them on their skills as an actress, and how they acted that storyline. But I mean, Belle, for example, I think, is she the most recent companion? Yeah, no, she's not the most, obviously she's not, because we've got Jodie Whittaker, and her companions. I'm going back to Peter Capaldi. That was his companion before he regenerated. Yes, that's another point. I will do a video about regeneration as well, at some point. But anyway, yeah, Belle, I think, like, she was okay, But, like, it's just, again, how many times do I have to say it? It's the storyline. There wasn't such a good storyline in Belle's run as the companion. And, I mean, when it was like the monk episodes, yeah, that was a sort of storyline, but, and I did like it, but it's, I don't know. For me, I think going back to Catherine Tate and her run as the companion as Donna, because she's a comedian, as you know, her regular job, like that's her profession. She brought funny to the companions, some funny to the companion, and I think there's got to be a bit of comedy in it as well, where most of them are just sort of serious, and I think that's what made Donna sort of my go-to companion, because there's got to be a bit of comedy in it as well, and because it tones down the seriousness of it, and you've got to tone down the seriousness of it, you know, slightly. Otherwise, it's just too intense. Some storylines and some episodes. So I laughed. I don't recall laughing at any of the other episodes apart from when Donna or Catherine Tate was the companion. I don't recall laughing at the other Doctor Who episodes besides Catherine Tate's run as the companion. So there's got to be a bit of comedy in it as well, to tone down the seriousness. And I think there's so many different elements of Doctor Who that make up Doctor Who, that you can't pin it down to one thing. So overall, I think my favourite companion, I can't really choose, because, like, I mean, I would say Catherine Tate, but on the other hand, I liked the storylines that the rest of the companions had. And, you know, it's difficult to choose. Also, leave down in the comments what your favourite companion was, and yeah, we'll talk about that. And yeah, so that's my thoughts on the companions and all that. And thank you for watching. I have been Dr. Ben.